Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the Encore reissue of the eHobby Destron Sunstorm. So the story behind this release: in 2003 Takara reissued Starscream, and at the same time eHobby released a limited set where you could get Road Hauler and Sunstorm separately packaged but sold together. And in 2008 eHobby re-released Sunstorm as part of the Encore collection. So if you're wondering who Sunstorm is, he was seen only once in the G1 cartoon in the very first episode as one of the Cybertronian jets. So how do you tell which release is which? Dead easy way. The collector's edition triangle is on the left hand side in the reissue, and it's on the right hand side in the original. Other than that, as far as I'm aware, the figure is exactly the same. They both share this pretty plain looking box that doesn't actually say Sunstorm on it anywhere. The only character branding is on the little file card that we can see through the window. You might also notice that the parts are a bit messy on the left hand side there. This one is a real pig to get everything to stay back where it's supposed to once you've clipped the missiles from the sprues. And as for the back of the box, well, we've seen all this before. Like all the Japanese reissues, Sunstorm comes with this tiny instruction sheet. We also get a set of stickers that are very nicely chromed. And no Japanese release would be complete without his file card. We can see this one is number 89. And on the back we can see the figure, the bio in Japanese, and his tech specs. So here we have Sunstorm in his jet mode, and as you can see this shares exactly the same mould as Starscream, Thundercracker and Skywarp. But this has got to be one of the brightest looking Transformers, and for a military vehicle it's a bit of a strange colour choice. So I'm sure we're all very familiar with this mould, but there are a couple of small differences. The most notable is on the canopy. He actually has painted bars across it, and that was something that was taken from the Takara collection Starscream. We still have the nose cone made out of rubber, this time bright white. The landing gear still has metal wheels, and it's exactly the same as all the others. Around the back we can see all the fins are still present, but if you notice those red stripes, they're actually painted onto the white plastic. And when we look at the wings, we can see the stripes again are painted on. Now, I've chosen to put the stickers on this one because I just felt it needed the shiny logos. But it does actually have printed Decepticon logos under those, and you can sort of see them sticking out a little bit. They are slightly bigger than the stickers that you get with this. But a big complaint with this is that they're facing the wrong way. And the reason they are facing the wrong way is because this copies the 2003 Starscream reissue, where they were also facing in that direction. It doesn't look too bad in plain mode, but when you put them into robot mode, they're just upside down, and it's annoying. And at the front, this one had a pre-printed Decepticon symbol, but it wasn't shiny, so I decided to cover it with a sticker anyway. One piece of detail that wasn't painted on this figure when you get it are these bits next to the canopy, so if you want to see that, you've got to put the stickers on. As for the missile launchers, at first glance these look identical to the old original Generation 1 missile launchers. However, they're not. They do fire, and they do have the shortened missiles, but there is one significant difference. And to see the difference we need to look at the size of the hole in the barrel of the missile launcher. The original Generation 1 missile launchers had a very, very thin hole, and that was enlarged when they did the commemorative series reissues to accommodate the giant sized missiles. So when these later Japanese reissues came along, instead of going back to the original Generation 1 mould, they used the enlarged commemorative series mould and added a little thin layer of plastic around to make the size comparable to the original moulds. But it really is great to see these tiny little missiles again after all these years. They're so much better than the commemorative ones, and because this is Japanese we get a decent launch in action. So far so good. That's the plain mode, pretty awesome looking. Now I'm guessing everybody knows how to transform this, so let's go straight to robot mode. And here he is in robot mode. Generally, pretty nice looking. He does have a couple of flaws. If we take a look at the wings, you can see there the Decepticon logos, they are definitely upside down. And also these huge white fists that he's got make him seem like he's wearing gloves to me. But other than that, pretty much love this figure. We still retain all the die-cast parts that the original G1 had. All this section, all this is die-cast metal. But one thing they could have improved on, they painted all that detail on the wings, but they didn't bother to paint the eyes on the head of the figure. And that kind of bothers me because I really hate the stickers for these eyes. They always were too big for the holes that they're meant to sit in. They're extremely fiddly to put on, and half the time you end up losing them on the floor before they even get to the figure. All that said though, as long as you can stomach the colour scheme, this is a great reissue to get. It's also not rare, not expensive, and not hard to find. So there you have it guys, that is G1 Sunstorm. This has been Luke, thanks for watching.